Man, what a show. Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. I am Hitman Cause. Welcome to your official review for SummerSlam. And of course, I'm not alone in this endeavor. Please welcome us always, the humble man, Gary. Welcome to the contracts.
Yo, what's good, my man, Cause Painting.
Hey shit, man, ready to get down with this?
Hell yeah, let's do this shit like Brutus.
Alright, so to start things off for night one, we had Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Bronson Reed is slowly turning into a fucking menace. Like a literal high school bully. Cause we mentioned it during the predictions that this dude took Roman's sneakers. But it doesn't stop there. Now he's wearing them around his neck. And he's calling it the Shula Fala. And to bring it a step even further, he's calling himself the Tribal Thief. Yo, and then I'm gonna just go on. And then what I found even more hilarious is the fact that Roman and Jey won the match, but yet Roman number one didn't get his sneakers back, but two, this past Raw, Bronson took his sneakers again.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Like, how in the world can you, like, I have a hard time seeing Roman and Jey as true winners, even though they won the match, because Roman just got demoted twice now.
Oh my God.
Like, brother, he's taking your pride. Like you know how it is if a nigga takes your shoes, man. Like they spitting in your face, man. They kicking the door open to your house, eating your food, fucking your bitch, and taking your money and daring you to say something about it. And they know that you're not. Like, and don't get it twisted. I've never been a fan of Roman, and I never will be. But brother, come on, you gotta do something. Just winning the match is not enough. Like, bro, forget Jey. No offense to him, like, cause they really haven't done much to him. Like, it's just I can't believe I'm saying this, but they're bitching Roman. They're really bitching him. Cause again, dude, you got your shoes demoted twice. And not only did you hardly do anything about it, you didn't even get them back.
Damn it. Oh God.
Like if this happens a third time, I don't want to hear from any Roman fan. For me, if this happens a third time, he's lost all. He's lost his man card.
Nah.
Because that'll be 3 times in a row. You got your shoes demoted, and you didn't even try and get any of them back.
Oh man.
Now I will admit, during the match, I thought it was pretty dope and surprising seeing Roman and Jey hit the 1D.
Oh yeah.
And then Roman returned the favor from when him and Jay got speared through the barricade on Raw by spearing Braun through the barricade.
Oh, yeah, that was one of the best matches on the show.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, it was all right. It was the kind of match needed to start off the show.
Yeah, very good.
Moving on, we had Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
That was a good match too.
Yeah, couldn't help but notice that Charlotte is trying to rip off Io Sky now by stepping on her opponent before hitting a moonsault.
Right.
And it's crazy because during the match, there was a miscue that I honestly thought was gonna cost Charlotte and Alexa the match, where Alexa accidentally hit Charlotte, but obviously didn't, because in the closing moments of the match, Charlotte hit Raquel with a big boot, and then Alexa hit Sister Abigail. And surprisingly, Charlotte and Alexa are the new women's tag team champions. Now, oh man, they do have a little bit of something going with this whole "we're not friends" story. It does have me a little amused, but I'm still disappointed that Raquel and Roxanne lost, just because I still wanted Judgment Day to have all the gold.
Right.
Then normally we don't talk about this. That happened afterwards, but this made me hungry, if I'm being honest. Where the New Day, Grayson Waller, the LWO, the Alpha Academy, and Nikki Bella did a Papa John's ad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, what's your take on Papa John's pizza? Like, have you ever had it?
Yes, sir, I've had. I think it's good.
I think I've only had it like once, but that was like years ago, so I can't even remember what it tastes like.
Right.
Yeah,
it's very good, man. You should have it one day. It's very good.
Believe me, I'm gonna try one of these days, but I need to find a Papa John's.
Right.
Anyways, moving on.
Try to find it.
We have Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn. Now,
man.
And now this match was decent, but disappointing. I'll explain why later on. Because
I think I know why you was. Matter of fact, can I gladly say it?
Go ahead.
I say the match is decent, but I think what you're probably gonna say, I'm probably gonna say that Karrion Kross really deserves so much better.
Well, sort of that. I was gonna say that he should have won, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean too. Like, he should have won. That's one of the things I mean too. Like, he should have won.
Now, I'll admit they had something pretty interesting going at the end of the match, where Kross tried to use the steel pipe. However, Sami countered with the Blue Thunder Bomb. Then, after seeing the pipe, he started blacking on Kross, but then the ref was able to calm him down. But then this part got really interesting, where Scarlett took the pipe, but instead gave it to Sami to try and get him to use it. Now this reminds me of WrestleMania 30, when John Cena faced off against Bray Wyatt, and John Cena had the chair in his hand, and Bray was begging for him to hit him with it.
Oh yeah.
Well, but Cena remained true to himself and did not use it. But it was still nice, because Wyatt was doing his signature pose with his arms spread out. He's like, and he just wanted him to do it. But again, Cena held firm.
Right.
But in any case, Sami Zayn hit the haluva kick and won. I still feel Cross should have won. But if this is the end of the feud, then honestly, I want to see who Cross tries to target next. You know?
Right, exactly. I get you.
Anyways, after the match, there was a small Hulk Hogan tribute. Rest in peace to the legend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then afterwards, we had Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill.
Oh yeah, that was a good match on that. I only had one issue, and you may have one of those issues with it too. You may have the same issue as me with it. I mean, I liked the match. I really liked the outcome. I really how the outcome even happened, but it was too short.
Well, considering what they wanted to do for night one, and the amount of stuff they had planned, at least for night one, you know, they had to cut time somewhere, and unfortunately, Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton got the short end of the stick.
Right.
But for what it's worth, I do feel that they at least tried to make the most of the little time they had.
Right.
Now, I'll admit, part of me feels that Jade should have won, but my guess is because she's still relatively new, you know, they feel that it's not her time just yet.
Right.
And kayfabe was, it was sort of her own fault that she lost because she did hit Jaded, but when it came to pinning Tiffany, she pulled too far back when pinning her, and she inadvertently put Tiffany's foot on the rope.
That's right.
About that. Yeah, but you know, shit happens. Yeah. Tiffany will be back.
Oh yeah, she will.
Moving on, we have Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. Now, I'll admit, for this match, I gotta give a bit of an apology to Jelly Roll because I thought he wouldn't be able to hang with them. But man, did he prove me wrong.
Yo, he did his thing. Honestly speaking, that was also one of the best matches because it really was.
Yep. And you know, there was some pretty interesting things that happened during this match. First off, before the match started, this dude Michael Cole was hilarious. This dude was wearing Logan Paul's headband.
That's crazy.
And then go ahead.
No, I'm saying that was crazy. That's one of the things that Cole was doing. Oh my god.
Yeah. And then, of course, the crowd hated Logan Paul. They were chanting "Fuck you, Logan." You know.
Oh yeah, it was.
Them hating ass niggas. Then freaking the highlight of the match. Freaking Logan Paul took 2 Prime bottles and acted as if he was Steve Austin, clanged them together, and then did a diving crossbody off the top rope onto Jelly Roll through the announce table. Absolutely crazy.
Oh, it is.
And I gotta give it to Jelly Roll for even taking that bump.
Oh yeah. Yo, who would have thought?
And
no one.
Yep. And then at first the medics were trying to help Jelly Roll out, but but Jelly Roll eventually came back. He actually, and he even hit Logan Paul with a very good choke slam. And then he even hit Drew McIntyre with a great black hole slam that would make Abyss proud. But unfortunately, he then gets hit with the Claymore, to which Orton hits the RKO on Drew, but then Logan throws Orton into the ring post, which takes him out for the rest of the match. Then Logan hits the frog splash, in which he calls the Paul from Grace, and Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre win. I must say that I'm very shocked because look here, the success rate of celebrities in matches, and I know it's not 100%. We went over that during the predictions, but at the same time, I have to admit I'm very shocked that Jelly Roll lost. But Jelly Roll has nothing to be upset about, nothing to be ashamed about. He did his thug thizzle. You know what I'm saying? But can't win. Can't win them all. But I'd definitely like to see a proper concert from Jelly Roll, at least on WWE TV. Moving on, we had CM Punk versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, this, in my opinion, is what the time restraints were made for, because Punk and Gunther left everything in the ring. Especially Gunther, who, for the first time that I've seen, got busted open. And don't get me wrong, Gunther, he wrestles a very hard-hitting style, so I expect nothing less from him. But even still, to see him get bloodied like that, definitely added to the ambience of the match. But in the end, Punk hit 2 GTSs, and CM Punk won and is the new World Heavyweight Champion. Or shall I say, was. Because during his celebrating, out came Seth Rollins, who at first came in on crutches. It was, and what gave CM Punk a whole "you better watch your back" kind of thing, before appearing to turn back. But before he fully turned back, he threw away the crutches, took off the knee brace, and marched down to the ring, and he cashed in Money in the Bank. And as quick as Punk had the title, was as quick as he lost it. And Seth Rollins once again screws over Punk and is the new World Heavyweight Champion. Now, given what I said during the predictions, I knew that Seth was going to screw over Punk, but I thought he was going to prevent Punk from winning the title. But the more I think about what happened, I realized that it was more satisfying for Seth / made more sense, for him to take the title from Punk. And again, y'all know I am a fan of CM Punk, but here's the thing. I feel zero sympathy for Punk. Zero sympathy. Because here's one thing. Number one, this again is his karma for everything he's done to every time he's screwed over Drew McIntyre in his title matches. This is his karma. Karma is paying him back in full, in blood. Literally, karma is knocking on his door and saying, sorry, I'm late. And like I said, I have no sympathy for him. He deserves every last bit of Seth screwing him over at every turn. He deserves it all. And then what makes this even funnier is the fact that he held the title shorter than Drew did. Like he held the title shorter than Drew did. By I think a few seconds. And I was very satisfied when it came to the ending. I mean, not the ending. When it came to the yeah, and I gotta say, I was very satisfied when it came to the post-show interview with Drew McIntyre, who acknowledged, everything that happened to Punk, that pretty much made his win even sweeter for him.
Oh my God! Oh yeah, that match, that tag match was good. Also, the World Heavyweight title match. Yo, sorry I didn't get to say it at this with the technical difficulties of the phone. My bad, my man. Gotta talk about that match. You see after that
Go ahead.
Yo, what I'm gonna say, us wrestling fans, we did it again. Just like how we all predicted what was gonna happen at the main event at WrestleMania Night 1, we did it again. Predicted the main event for Night 2. Seth Rollins, a big swerver, he has done it. He cashed in the Money in the Bank because we always like, he probably not even injured. It's probably a work or what have you. He's gonna come cashing out Punk. He surely did.
Yep. And from apparently, and according to Raw, Gunther is going to be out for a little bit. Now for me, I'd say if the injury is legit, get well soon. But what I think is really happening is that they're using this as a cover-up, because if you guys remember, Gunther had recently gotten married, so he's probably going to go on a honeymoon with his wife. So cheers to that.
Yeah, that too. But it's for real. He got injured because storyline wise, there was a rumor report saying that he's dealing with the nose injury. So possibly a Punk was gonna win.
Well, to be fair, he did get busted open pretty wide, so
Right.
Anyways, that's it for night 1. On to night 2. We just to kick things off, we have Naomi versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. Now,
right.
To get things cracking, I thought this was pretty dope, where Naomi's father came out and was playing her theme for her. Very dope.
Right. It was.
And then I took down a couple of stats that Michael Cole just so graciously brought up that I find pretty interesting. Was that going into this match, Io Sky is 8-1 in triple threat matches, and both Rhea Ripley and Naomi have never won at Survivor Series. I mean SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, right. That's for real.
But you know, in typical fashion, this came back to jinx the losers of the match, because as of now, EO is now 8-2 in triple threat matches. Rhea Ripley is still winless at SummerSlam, but Naomi now has her first win at SummerSlam. Because in the closing moments of the match, Rhea Ripley had Io Sky right where she wanted her. Hit her with the Riptide and had her pinned. But Naomi swooped in, stole the pin for herself, and that is how Naomi is still the women's world champion.
Right.
Now, I sincerely hope that one of these days Rhea finally beats Io. But more.
Also,
what happened?
Sorry, Coach. Also, yeah, that match is very great.
Yeah. But also more importantly, I'm very happy that Naomi retained her title. Her heel run has been very, very entertaining thus far, and the last thing I'd want is for it to to end for the title reign at least to end now.
You say title reign is end now?
No, I'm saying the last thing I'd want is for her title reign to end so abruptly.
Naomi, exactly. Yeah, nah, they can't fuck that up. Trust me. Nah.
Now, moving on to what I feel was one of the matches of the whole pay-per-view, the tag team TLC match.
Right.
This match, I honestly think was a 5-star match.
Yes.
Because there was so many crazy ass moments in this match. First off, I got to give a shout out to Ray Phoenix's hops, because he did one of the most innovative, creative things I've ever seen. And if he had won this way, it would have been so dope. Where he jumped on Andrade's shoulders, and then from that point, he was almost tall enough to grab the titles down like that. Where he would have literally said, yo, fuck a ladder. We can do this the old-fashioned way.
Right. Exactly. That was a great fucking match. As I predicted, I was like, yo, that match is gonna be a great match.
Yeah. Then what I think a few people didn't catch was Johnny Gargano hitting one final beat to Joe Gacy through a table.
Oh yeah.
And then first off, this 4-move sequence was absolutely wonderful. Because after Johnny hit one final beat, Dexter Lumis then hit a diving leg drop to Montez Ford through a table. Then on another side of the ring, Ray Phoenix hit a frog splash to Nathan Frazer through a table. And then, not to be one up by his own partner, Axiom on another side hit a super Spanish fly on Angelo Dawkins through a table.
Oh yeah.
Then we get a little bit of shades of WrestleMania X7, because Candice LeRae pulls up and she tries to go up the ladder and win the titles for DIY. But then for the Street Profits, B-Fab pulls up and stops her. And then for the Wyatt Six, Nikki Cross comes and fights them too. More importantly, she hits B-Fab with a backdrop off the ladder. But But that wasn't the craziest part. The craziest part came where Candice LeRae was climbing back up the ladder, and DIY was trying to gatekeep it and prevent people from stopping her. But in turn, what wound up happening was that Montez Ford caught Tommaso Ciampa with a kick. And then the kick made Ciampa recoil into Johnny Gargano, who then both of them wound up pushing Candice LeRae off the ladder and through another ladder on the outside. And that was it for her.
Oh yeah, for real.
And
yeah, oh my god.
And y'all don't get it twisted. For those of y'all who don't know Candice LeRae outside of WWE and NXT, she eats those bumps for breakfast.
Yeah.
I've seen clips of her get hardcore. She eats those bumps for breakfast. But at the same time, you know, that did still hurt. Because on SmackDown, freaking DIY and the Street Profits were arguing again, to which she showed off this gnarly ass bruise she had on her thigh. It was nasty and painful.
Oh yeah, it was.
But anyways, then you know, the rest of the Wyatt Six actually gets involved in the match too, where Rowan he starts fighting the Street Profits by himself, but they end up throwing him through a table eventually.
That's correct.
Then there was the usual spot of multiple ladders being set up and teams fighting on those ladders, to which then Uncle Howdy pushed those ladders off. But Uncle Howdy didn't get off that easy, because Andrade wound up hitting him with a sunset flip powerbomb off the ladder and through a table.
You're alright, yes.
But Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy wound up hitting Andrade with their suplex powerbomb combo onto Rey Fenix. And then Joe Gacy unhooked the titles, and the Wyatt Six are still the WWE Tag Team Champions. Very masterful work from both of them, from all the teams. This whole match was absolutely excellent from start to finish.
Yes, sir.
Like there was hardly any breaks.
Right.
Like, you had to stick around for the whole match, else you would have missed something great.
Exactly.
Moving on, we have Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria for the women's IC title. There's no countouts, no DQs, and if Lyra loses, she can't challenge for the IC title as long as Becky is champion. Speaking of Becky, couple things. Number one, she has a new theme. Now there were rumors of her potentially getting a new theme that I read about, but you know, I figured, but you know, considering it was just a rumor, I really didn't think much of it.
Right.
I don't think I even addressed it on our predictions, but even still. But I will admit the new theme is pretty good.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. Then also, I couldn't help but notice with Becky's attire that her attire looked a lot like she was trying to audition for the Bloodline.
Oh my god.
Cause literally her gear looked exactly like Tyler Tonga's gear.
Oh yeah, nah, it did.
Now on to the match. Can't help but notice there were quite a few botches in this match.
Right.
For one thing, when Lyra had her hands zip tied, there was a moment where she got slammed by Becky, and during the slam, one of her hands got free, and she had to put her hands back in the zip tie real quick before anyone could notice. But we all noticed.
Oh yeah.
Then there was the other time where Becky put her through that chair, and
Yep.
and she sort of let herself out halfway.
Yeah, that too.
But in any case, for this match, it was actually Bayley who wound up costing Lyra the match, because in the closing moments, Lyra tried to go for Nightwing, but Becky countered. Then Becky tried to go for the manhandle slam, but then Lyra pushed her against the rope, to which as she went to the rope, Bayley got up on the apron and had a chain wrapped around her hand, and she tried to hit Becky with it, but she ducked, and she wound up hitting Lyra with it instead. Then Becky threw Lyra into Bayley for throwing her off of the apron, hit her with the manhandle slam, and Becky is still your women's Intercontinental Champion, and now Lyra can no longer challenge for the title.
Oh yeah, that is correct.
Now, with that being said, you already know how I feel. I'm glad this happened. But more importantly, I'm thinking that this might now reignite the feud between Becky and Lyra, even though at this point there's no point in them feuding because Lyra can't go after that title.
That's correct.
I mean, unless they work together and have Bayley challenge for it, and she helps Bayley win it, and then that opens the door back up for her.
That's right.
But I hope that doesn't happen, because you already know how I feel about Lyra.
Right, exactly.
Moving on, we have Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu in a steel cage for the U.S. title.
That was a good match. Oh, I could go you on the
Yeah,
side.
yeah, go ahead.
It was a good match, but I expected the outcome as who to win, but expected it better. But
Cool.
I don't have.
No, go ahead.
I mean, I don't have a problem about. I wanted my boy Jacob to get it back. I'm glad my boy Solo still retained. I mean, they want to prolong my boy Solo title run with the U.S. title. No problem, because Solo should have been a mid-card champ when he first got on there. So they want to prolong it until they give it back to my boy Jacob. Then no problem.
Yeah. I was really caught off guard when Talatonga handcuffed Jacob Fatu to the top of the cage, and then eventually Jacob broke the cuffs.
Right.
But to be fair, given his past, he probably learned how to do that.
Exactly.
And then the ending almost threw me off a bit, where both Solo and Jacob were trying to get out the cage. Then Talatonga kicked the door and it hit them both in the head. But they both sold it in different ways, where Jacob fell back into the cage, but Solo was able to get out.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Definitely. But in a sense, Jacob got an ounce of revenge, beating down JC Mateo and Tonga Loa again inside the cage.
Right.
And then during which he freaking had the highlight of the night, had one of the highlights of the night where he hit a moonsault from the top of the cage onto both of them. Very great work.
Yeah, for real.
Moving on.
That was.
Now this next match, this in my opinion was the most entertaining match of the whole pay-per-view. AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, I got you.
Yo, first off, they treated this match like SummerSlam 2005.
Oh, word.
Because first off, Dominic, if you guys were paying attention, number one, he was wearing a mask similar to Ray's, and his attire was in the same color, or at least close to the same color that Ray wore at SummerSlam 2005.
Right.
And then for Styles, he was dressed like how Eddie Guerrero was at SummerSlam 2005.
Oh, yes.
And
that was right.
And then actually, it was also, apparently there was a fan vote to determine what coat Dominic Mysterio would come out to in the ring, which is why he was wearing that big white coat. But still, this whole match was SummerSlam 2005 reincarnated, and it was absolutely entertaining to the max. I loved this.
Right, yo.
This dude AJ even came up with a lowrider with his son. But wait, hold up, my bad. You were saying something? Yo. You had something to say?
About that match? Yeah, what I want to say about that match is that I want to say that match was good. I mean, they want to keep prayerful. I mean, it was a good match, honestly speaking, between, because out of the whole card, which we're going to get to the main event right now after the main event, but I just want to say both nights, the 6 matches that took place, about 4, 4 out of the 6 matches were very good. But that Intercontinental title match, like you said, entertaining, both tributing to both Ray and Eddie. And like you said, it was a SummerSlam almost 20 years ago. Very entertaining, as you said. Very great, my brother.
It was 20 years ago.
Exactly. This month makes it 20 years. It's going to make it in a few weeks.
But yeah. And then I especially liked it when the ref was down. Dominic tried to take a page out of Eddie's playbook, where he slammed the chair on the mat and then gave it to Styles to try and turn it to him. However, Styles turned the tables on him and instead put the chair around his own head, and then he laid down too.
Exactly.
Then towards the end of the match, and you had to pay attention for this, Dominic decided to take a page out of WrestleMania 20, in which he unzipped his boot while Styles wasn't looking. And then afterwards, Styles put him in the calf killer. But because his boot was unzipped, it allowed him to break free. It allowed him to break free of the hold. And during which Styles ran into the ref, who then recoiled, and then while the ref recoiled, Dominic popped AJ upside the head with his boot. And the ref didn't see because he was recoiling. Then Dom hit the frog splash, and Dominic is still the Intercontinental Champion.
Exactly.
Now, sure, Raquel and and Roxanne didn't get the job done, but at least Dom did. So it wasn't a total loss for the Judgment Day.
Oh no, it wasn't. Right, for real.
Yeah. Moving on. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying, yeah, I agree with you. What you saying about the Continental title match? That shit was yo.
Yep. And now for the main event, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Now,
Yeah.
we discussed that Cena appeared to have turned face on the previous SmackDown, and we were debating whether it was going to be a ruse or not. And when his music hit, his name appeared all plain and whatnot. So we thought it was a ruse. But then when the beat kicked in, the graphics went to how he usually has it, and the old John Cena is back.
Yes, sir.
And you know what? I think they heard me complaining about the Jets and his shirt being in Jets font.
You're right.
Because this gear was in Giants font.
Right.
So I'm glad they did the right thing and showed love to the real owner of MetLife Stadium, the Giants.
Gotcha.
MetLife Stadium, again, belongs to the New York Football Giants. The Jets are nothing but unwanted visitors.
Oh, man.
And because this was the old Cena, instead of the crowd chanting, singing "John Cena sucks," they were saying the lyrics.
Oh, cool.
And also, something that also happened during the match that I really liked was John Cena got up in bitch ass Tyrese Halliburton's face.
Oh my, sorry to cut you. Yo, I so fucking loved that.
Yeah, and he gave him the "you can't see me" and took one of his crutches.
Hell fucking yeah.
And then he used it on Cody.
Yup.
Now this match, needless to say, this match was better than the match they had at WrestleMania.
I said this, yo, the same fucking words, yo. I know you would agree with me too. I said I was gonna say that first. Yeah, man, that is the fucking facts.
And I'll tell you, one of the funniest parts of this match was when John Cena tried to go for the attitude adjustment. Then Cody countered into a pile driver, and then the crowd began to chant, "You can't do that," while the other part of the crowd was chanting, "Yes, he can."
Right.
And I mean, to be fair, the pile driver more or less, was a banned move, just because of unfortunate circumstances that happened in the past.
Right.
And anyways, there was so many close calls.
Yup, there was.
Where where at one point freaking John Cena tried to go for a move. He missed. Cody hit the crossroads, but Cena kicked out.
Right.
Then there was another moment where John Cena hit his diving leg drop.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, Cody propped Cena up on top of the turnbuckle, but then Cena countered, threw him off, hit the diving leg drop. Then he hit the attitude adjustment, but Cody kicked out.
Oh yeah.
Then Cody at one point threw Cena through a table, then hit crossroads, but Cena kicked out. Then
Right.
And then here's one point where I thought it was over. Cody hit the triple crossroads, but Cena kicked out. And and this actually brought out, forced the crowd to chant Super Cena. And speaking of Super Cena, Cody attempted to hit Cena with the title, but then Cena hit 2 consecutive attitude adjustments, then took it to the top rope, hit another attitude adjustment, but Cody kicked out again. Then the match finally came to an end, where Cena propped up a table in the ring, and he attempted another super attitude adjustment, but Cody hit him with the Cody Cutter through the table. He then saluted him, hit him with Crossroads, and Cody Rhodes is the new undisputed WWE champion again. And this was clearly John Cena passing the torch to Cody. And this match was great, you know. And I'll admit, part of me, I was gonna be disappointed with Cena losing if what happened next didn't happen. Where Cena was soaking in MetLife Stadium, everything was all good, but then, oh my God, I thought he was never gonna come back. At least not now. But, ladies and gentlemen, after being away for 2 years, and despite the lawsuit, oh my God, the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar, is back.
Right. Yes, sir.
My fucking God. Oh my fucking God.
I know, right?
I was so, I was marking out. I was cheering at the top of my lungs because I could not believe it. Brock was back. Oh my God. And if there was any doubt that he had lost any aura, that's gone. That's completely gone. Because the second his music hit, the pop was enormous.
Okay, for real.
The pop was so loud you could barely hear his theme.
Hell yeah.
Like it's crazy. A lot of you got all these people that had so much that say bitching about Brock Lesnar, but yet they fail to realize that he's still a big name. His name still carries a lot of weight, and he still is that big of a wrestler. He's still that popular. People still love him.
Exactly.
And if that wasn't true, then that pop wouldn't have happened. Like, Homer, man, be honest with me. When's the last time you heard somebody get that loud of a reception that you could barely hear their theme?
Yeah, exactly, for real.
And then of course, it wasn't just Brock coming out. Instead, he came down and gave Cena an F5.
Yeah, man, for real. That match was better than the WrestleMania match, like me and you said, and also it's quite obvious Cody had to get this win this time, and also Brock coming back, that's crazy. It's like what you just said just now too.
Yep, I'm definitely looking forward to them having a feud. But
yeah, man. Me too, and I hope, honestly speaking, that more than likely he may happen. Brock may put Cena over, especially as Cena's retiring.
I don't think so. But
you say that.
But maybe. but that's a big maybe.
Right.
But I do have a bit of bad news for people. For John Cena, he only has 11 nights left.
That's right.
Only 11 before it's all over. So everybody, whether you love him or you hate him, savor every last moment that you see of Cena, because there's only 11 nights left. 11.
Right.
That's not a lot.
Right.
Now, before we get out of here, there's somebody that I'd like to talk about who was not on the card, who honestly I don't think has been a part of a pay-per-view at all since being drafted, who deserves so much better than what he's doing.
Right.
And that's Carmelo Hayes.
Yo, I couldn't fucking agree more. My God, that's my boy right there too.
Like, and what makes it even worse is that I don't think he's had a match on TV in 2 months. You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's got me thinking, like what does Melo have to do to get the push that he deserves? Because now at this point, they're treating him like Austin Theory, where despite putting great matches, he's jobbing to everybody, and if not that, he's barely being on TV.
Exactly.
And as much as I love to try and promote him on Twitter and try and get hashtags going, like people have been trying to get the hashtag We Want Melo trending. You know, WWE continues to ignore us, man.
Yeah, man, like normally.
And don't get me wrong, there are, the stars that are being used right now are, most of them are deserving of their spot, but Melo should have been having all these spots a long time ago. He was the number one draft pick to SmackDown, and he has more or less nothing to show for it. Hell, if anything, in my opinion, I feel they gave him the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal as a consolation prize.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly feel they gave it to him just to shut us up. But newsflash, we ain't gonna shut up. We ain't gonna shut up until Melo gets the push he deserves.
Right, exactly.
He is too good of a wrestler, too talented of a wrestler. He has too deep of a bag to not be given the opportunities that he deserves, and given the matches that he should be a part of. You know?
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's correct with Melo. They gotta do my boy Melo better, man.
Like, they really need to get it together with Melo. Because the worst thing about this, and this is no shade towards him, because I got nothing but love for him too, but Trick Williams has surpassed him.
Yeah, that's for real.
And Trick's still on NXT, but he's now at a point where he's now better than Melo.
Oh, for real.
Because whereas Melo has held the NXT title once, Trick's held it twice. And then,
oh, wow.
and not to mention, Trick is right now the reigning TNA World Champion. That's the biggest thing that has Trick surpassing him. The fact that he's won a world title before Melo has. Even though more or less I do count the NXT title as a world title. But you know, people say because it doesn't have world in the name, you know, it's not a world title, but still, it's the main title on NXT. So it counts as a world title for me.
Real, man, like, yo, that was just crazy, man. Marvel and Melo, like he said, that boy don't miss. He deserves way better. He should be the United States champion.
Absolutely. And don't get me wrong, you know, I'm happy that Solo has it. He been deserved to be U.S. champ, but Melo deserved that and a lot more a long time ago.
Exactly.
And hell, he did have a decent thing going with the Miz. Melo don't miss, but
yeah, that was going extremely great.
But then out of nowhere, you know, it looks like they dropped that because they weren't doing shit for 2 months. Because they weren't on TV. They like, I don't even know if they had any segments. Niggas forgot about them.
Right.
Just y'all get it together, man. Give Melo what he deserves. Push Melo.
Right, exactly. Push Melo, for real. Push Melo.
But with that being said, that's going to do it for this episode of The Contracts. I definitely want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and chill with your boys. I definitely want to thank the Humble Man, as usual, for coming through, kicking his wrestling knowledge.
Hell yeah, you already know. Hell yeah, we'll be right with the predictions for NXT Heat Wave and also the predictions for WWE Clash, for WWE Bash Paris.
Yep. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And as always, our way of Struggle Vision Productions, it's the Hitman and the Humble Man. And if you see us coming, run.